Check.
Check.
Let's get those.
Mic.
Okay. We're doing it.
We are doing it.
And even if we aren't doing it,
We're still doing it.
we're still gonna do it.
We're still gonna do it.
Okay. Let me put my hat on. You tied these way too tight. I don't know how you have yours on. There's no way you can wear it the whole time.
It's gonna last as long as it can.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
And we're recording.
Recording. Start there. 3, 2, 1. Clap. Calibrate.
We think we ain't doing it right. We ain't doing anything right.
Alright. Try not to die on this one.
Okay, don't die. Get this outfit together, Sal. Alright.
Like I said, I just ordered these.
Alright,
Yeah, alright. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Podcast, and it is the year 2025.
Wait.
25.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
You know what?
2025.
We living in the future, baby.
We in the future, dog.
We
This
got
is
quantum computers.
quantum AI.
You know what I'm saying? I'm this
God.
close to a flying car.
We got robots.
We got robots. We got taxis. You've seen these taxis
Yeah,
that
the
like
self-driving
the
taxis.
self-driving taxi.
Yeah, I passed by one the other day. It was weird.
Legit. Like
Yeah.
nobody in the thing.
Yeah, nobody. Like it was the Waymo. I don't know if you heard about that.
Is it
one.
the big box looking thing?
No, it's the car.
No, okay.
Well, they do have like a smaller one that's like it's like a mini bus bike.
They
type
have
thing.
a like in Vegas. They have this big box looking one where you like can. It's like a 4 to 6 seater one, and you sit and you're facing each other, and there's like no steering wheel, no nothing,
No, nothing.
no interaction with anybody, no deadlines. I guess you ain't
I
get
guess
you
so.
ain't getting on.
Get on here.
You ain't getting anywhere
Get
on time.
anywhere.
Wait. Anime Me is a podcast still
Still
that two guys are showing each other anime.
anime.
And we are showing you how to love and watch it
Love and watch.
one episode at a time.
One episode,
But
at
not
a
this one,
time.
though.
Not this one, because guys, it is a new year. That is right. We have another year full of anime that we have watched, and it has been a long while since we've done any kind of recaps. So, for this New Year special, we are going to recap some of our favorite stuff we watched this past 2024 year, guys.
Yeah, boy. We watched a lot. And you know what? I legit, like, started watching shows.
Yeah.
I'm this close to Weeb level 1. I'm not at my final form.
Not finding form yet.
I'm, like,
Level one.
yellow belt. I'm, whatever the equivalent of a Pokemon who's like just
You're in your second stage.
Yeah, second stage, maybe less than that actually. I'm like,
First stage, you just hatched out the egg.
yeah, I'm still just a little baby.
Just
You know what I'm
baby.
saying? Like I'm just
You just got picked from the starters.
yeah, I'm easy, son.
Easy.
You could throw me in any Pokeball.
Oh,
All right, so what are we doing here? What do we got? What do we?
All
What do we
right.
do?
So we got a
Lay it
list
out
of
for the
things,
folks.
guys. Like I said, it is our year. It's a recap. We got some questions. We got some top 10s. I got our old list coming up with our new list with all the stuff that we got.
Word.
But before we get all into that, let's get into some of our highlights of the year. Sal, what has been some of your favorites that we have watched this year?
I mean, this goes without saying. You already know.
All right.
They know.
Everybody
The
knows.
world knows. Honestly, it does make me feel like the world does know, but they don't know. You're just in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're in the middle of this and like, is everybody seeing this? Like,
Is everybody seeing it?
no,
Are we watching
no,
this?
it's just me watching it, and then my algorithm is watching it, and everybody that I know is watching it. Dandadan,
Yeah.
Dandadan,
Dun.
Dandadan remained. I mean, like, top tier. Like, I've talked to several people who are watching this show and have watched this show, and they're just like, they're with me on it. But I'm just, and I asked a friend of mine, because he's a longtime anime watcher,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the show, and I was like, hey, let me ask you, because, you know, like, I'm only a year, you know, like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years? No. Year and a half. Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Year and a half. Yeah.
You know, and I'm still kind of off and on, you know, like I will, watch a couple, shows dedicated. I'm dedicating some time where I'm watching my own, list of shows. And I'm like, hey, Dan, am I wrong to think that this show is like, are there other shows that does this, that is like this good? Like, I'm talking T to B, top to bottom, like voice acting,
Intro to the
intro to the outro, the music, the storyline, the weirdness. Okay, we back at it.
All right, we are back at it in time in.
Okay, so anyway,
anyways,
like, just cut it short. I mean, just Dan does this thing about It is art. I think that's what it is for me. It is just like so, it is pure in its form art. Like the music, all the choices it's made, the comedy is so great. There was one of the episodes, I can't recall which one it was, but the way they're drawing everything, it's like if it's an art project. Honestly, that's what it comes down to for me. We talked about it before. If you go back to our Don episode, I don't exactly remember the name of it, but we talked about how the creator wrote this story, and it like he was just trying to write he was just wanting to write his own stuff. He wrote it for himself. And I think that's what, in its purest form, whenever you create artwork, you're creating it for yourself. You're not like trying to do it so that you can in its purest form. There are some people who are doing things and creating things for the money.
Yeah.
But you could just feel that it's just like, oh, this is for me. This show is for the creator, and you hope it resounds.
It's like that real
and it does.
love and real love for what he's doing.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
can feel it.
And I think that's where I am on this show. It's just like, that's why I think it has mass appeal for one. Yeah. It's super weird. It's getting harder to defend for people to watch, because you go, okay, there's some
like I said, there is some stuff there is, but like I said, that's what all anime kind of fan service. But like I said, storyline wise, it is good. Like I said, I am reading the manga. I am like caught up on that.
Mm-hmm.
I am like, I won't say how far ahead I am, but I know what's coming up next in these couple episodes.
Okay.
And like I said, so season ended. It was great. I loved everything. Being able to watch it. I know we have other one like Uzumaki. Uzumaki was one that we had during our Christmas Halloween season that we watched, and that I had iterated that. For me, reading manga, that was the closest thing I could tell people to watch to understand how I read it, how I'm seeing it in my head as I'm reading it.
Yeah.
Getting it played out. But like within other manga, seeing everything colored and everything, animation, there's always some stuff that you want to see it done right, because like I said, manga is just panels. So you're getting one panel here, and then another panel showing the next thing. So being able to see that in between process from the panel to the next panel is really good, which is what Donna has done really well.
So were you watching it before the show came, or were you reading it before the show came out, or you knew the show was coming out and you go, I got to find this?
So
manga,
I had
and started
I
reading
had heard it because I heard when it got announced that it was getting animated.
it. Mhm.
I had looked into it, saw that it was about ghosts and aliens, which are two of my favorite things.
I mean, who
It's
doesn't,
like,
man?
who does it? And it was on the Shonen Jump app, guys. Go download that. You can read it weekly by chance. And I put it on my list, started reading it, got super into it. And then the anime finally came out, and being able to watch it and see it
in real life.
in real
and
life animated, like, they've done everything so good. And so
I mean,
well.
they've made so many great choices. That's my highlight. What's your highlight then?
I
mean, and besides, I mean, you're gonna have to choose something else.
Yeah,
we
I'm
can go ahead and say
gonna
it. You can go ahead and say it's Dandadan.
like I said,
You give me- what's
Dandadan
your-
was a really good
What's your
one.
second highlight? Then?
Um,
If that's not, unless it is it your also your highlight, or would you say
So yeah, like I said, Dandadan, as far as new stuff that we watch, Dandadan is
definitely the
definitely
one?
up
So what's
there.
your? Give me your second highlight. Give me
so
another.
one of the ones that the other ones that we watched, like I said, a long time favorite of mine was FLCO.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was one that was near and dear to my heart because, like I said, I've like caught up on that one was a short one, but that's what Dandadan reminded me of.
It
Which
does.
is why I think I hold Dandadan in such high regard, because I watched FLCO Fooly Cooly way back in the day and
Mhm.
fell in love with it immediately. So it has remnants of that.
Yeah, I could definitely feel that, because it's weird in that way,
Yeah.
where they're just they're making silly choices, and it's goofy and like strange.
Yeah.
I think but I think Dandadan has that kind of polished,
Yeah.
because you can feel the FLCL kind of being like garage
Yeah.
dorm room, somebody just doing their own thing.
This is his art project.
Yeah. They're doing it guerrilla style,
Yeah.
where Dandadan seems to have the budget.
Yeah.
Somebody's like bought into it, and they go,
We got money.
"Yeah, we got money now.
We got money now.
Fooly Cooly got money now.
Yeah. I tell my mom what we got at home.
we got Dandadan. We got Fooly Cooly at home.
Oh, man. All right. Well, as far as highlights go, what are the ones that you can list that you have watched continually and caught up on?
Let me think about it. Where did we stop from the last year?
So,
or our first start.
I believe. Let's see.
Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know where we stopped and started.
I believe we stopped. Let's see. We've been over that one.
Because we've watched so many. I don't know where we are.
We did that cover of that one.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Zom 100. Wait,
So I know we covered. I think we had went over Kaiju number 8. We had watched that one.
that was last year?
That
Or,
was-
was that this?
That was
it-
during this year.
this
whole year. Odd Taxi.
Okay, so
Uh,
was that this year, Odd Taxi?
Yeah. And so I think the last kind of recap-ish one
Mm-hmm.
was around, I think, the Odd Taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at our top 10 list too as well. And so.
I'll go ahead and say that I've watched all of Solo Leveling. I watched all of Kaiju number 8. I watched all of Odd Taxi. I
Think about the
watched-
end of Odd Taxi.
Man, dude. Okay, we're not gonna. I don't want to spoil some stuff because the show does well with, like, I had no idea, and
Could you see it coming?
no, and that. I think that's what I really enjoyed about the show, is that they do a great job at kind of just unveiling just enough. And like, I don't want to know. Like, I want to be surprised, and it definitely has me there. And I loved all the little, like, I remember mentioning some stuff. I don't want to put any spoilers, but there's the little duck.
Yeah.
And I even mentioned it in if you go back and listen to our Odd Taxi episode, I'm like, oh, I love that little duck that's up on the review mirror. Little did I know that it had a bigger role, or it has more significance in the show, and they're showing you for a reason. And so they do this kind of thing where they kind of like have these little Easter eggs throughout the show, and things are continually unveiled throughout the 13 episode season. It's very short. And And like I just didn't think I would be. That one was such a surprise for me.
You didn't think that would be so like enamored or
I didn't think that I would be so taken by the show. There's a walrus. He's kind of dry in his delivery and everything, and and
he's
they're
just driving a cab.
yeah, and they're all a bunch of animals too. And I'm like, okay, this is like legit animal. Like who's gonna be really
Is
into
Sal
this?
turning into a furry?
It was a worry. It is a worry that I might be a furry, but I mean maybe I wouldn't mind that walrus costume. But man, like that one's surprising because like we talked about it. I'm such a anime noob that I need fire and explosions. But this has
that Michael Bay.
I need that Michael Bay. You know what I'm saying? I need a director. I need that Snyder cut. You know what I'm saying? And this show didn't have a whole lot of that. It has all the mystery, but it kept me with that story, and I was very surprised. I also loved Kaiju number 8.
Yeah,
that show really grew on me. I watched the whole thing, and I'm looking forward to more of that.
Oh yeah,
Solo Leveling. I mean, supposedly they're coming back like pretty soon, right?
Yeah, I think the movie.
As far as I know,
I can't remember if the movie dropped already.
I'm gonna let you know, Joe Angel. Look at you.
Know.
You don't even know
Learn
Joe
me.
Angel. I'm about to learn you. I think we're looking for February. I think February is gonna be the return of Solo Leveling, the second season, right?
Yeah.
Is that am I wrong?
I think so.
Have you heard
Yeah,
the
I'm
same
trying to
thing?
because I'm like. I keep in like I have my reels. Part of my reels is like all anime news and what's coming out and stuff. So like I'm going through kind of memorize dates, what's coming back, what's getting second season, what's getting movies, all this other stuff. Like I said, a big thing that's coming out this year is Demon Slayer, the Infinity Castle, which that one's gonna be crazy wild. Which also that one, I don't know if you saw the post or whatever, but they had some animators from I think One Piece and some of the I can't remember what other show, but they came on to help with the Demon Slayer movie.
Wow.
To help animate, so it's like
gonna be
if they're taking people from other amazing anime to help this, it's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be lit,
son,
litty,
and that is a crazy arc.
Oh man, hey, you know what? I got one more. I got a low light for us. Can I give you a low light? You have low lights on your list.
Low lights, go for it. Give me one.
Himoto.
Himoto Umaru-chan.
That dude, I don't know how you did it. I'm still so confused as to how we did a whole podcast. I watched the wrong episode, and you were like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, whatever, dude, whatever you're doing." And I was like, "Thank goodness," because you had watched it.
Yeah,
you had already seen it. So you were like, had you not like watched it, then you would have been like, like, all right, you know what, let's scrap it. We're like 15 to 20 minutes into the show, into the episode, and you're just like, yeah, he's watched the wrong one, and you just went with it, dude. That's how good I am. You're like, hey, that's how good you are, bro.
Hey, I faked it all the way to my life right now. So
you fake it till you make it. As much of a low light as that is, you cut it together.
It sounded good. You would have never known.
You put it out there, and I guess maybe we need to make a caveat. We need to make a little asterisk on this and go, hey, this is actually the first episode of the second season, right? That's what it is.
Probably should go back to there.
And you know what? That's the funny thing is, to my credit, still hadn't gone back to watch the first episode.
Still never went.
No idea. No idea if that. Still haven't
no
seen
idea
it.
how close these episodes were where he figured out.
A full 10 episodes. Wait, I don't even know how many episodes were in that first season. I watched the second season. I've missed the whole 13 episodes. We'll just guess 20 episodes. I watched the second season. And that's hilarious. I'm looking at the notes right here. Yeah. It really honestly didn't feel like I didn't watch the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we talk about it and I'm like, I think it's fine. Like I didn't feel like as I was watching as I think back at it, I watched the first episode of the second season And I'm like, yeah, I don't think it didn't feel like I need to catch up on anything.
Yeah, it was just in it. You kind of just figured out
And
some.
I think that's like
The way it was structured didn't seem like
like
this is a sec. It was that well grounded into its story.
Yeah, it's a because it's kind of slice of life. It's not like you needed a whole lot to build up. It wasn't like I'm just like, no, there's a girl and she has these friends and we're in high school. Yeah. It's anime.
It's anime.
I think about that. I go, Joe Angel, you're just too agreeable, bro. You just shut me down, bro. Just shut it down. You didn't do it right.
I will say one of the ones that always makes me laugh is Lucky Star.
That Lucky Star one. Was that in this last year too?
That was in this last year.
Man, that one does crack me up it's I think there were
I figured out that one helped me figure out what your zero is at.
Yeah.
Like your rating.
We say that, but I feel like there were some others that I would say that rated even lower for me on it, because I can kind of find myself kind of entertained by that, but then there were some.
There's some. I'm trying to remember which ones. Let's see here. We talked about that. I know all the furry stuff you didn't really rank as high.
Yeah, I have. It's weird because I feel like I can get on board for like talking and walking animals. Yeah. I mean, we grew up with that stuff. Like, I love, Madagascar. We watched Lion King as kids. I all the Muppet stuff, Looney Tunes. Like,
Sesame Street.
No big deal. I think the issue is, and I don't think you have to bleep me on this, but go ahead and bleep me on this.
Get it ready.
These animals, they're a little too muscular for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Beastars was pretty crazy. Which, by the way, they're season 3's.
They're doing and Get Up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Beastars is a little wild. I don't know. It's kind of it has a weird tone that I think I could never really catch. But though I did love B&A though.
B&A.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the animal stuff started to, the Odd Taxi was that one that kind of like helped me turn.
Yeah.
And
because B&A was more or less like Animorphs, where they could turn in back and forth.
Yeah. Wait, no, am I getting? No, I'm getting those mixed up. I think I like Beastars.
Beastars was the one that there were anatomical animals that were actually walking and talking. B&A was the one where the girl can turn into a raccoon.
Yes. Yes, because there's a wolf.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Got Legoshi.
Okay, so I hadn't gone back. That was one that I have on my list. It's just that there's some others that just rank so much higher on it, but that's definitely up there for me to go. Like, I got to get back on that one.
Yeah, I know. For me, I know Metallic Rouge was one that kind of felt like the second episode wasn't really as catchy for me, so it was hard. Like, I haven't really gone back to finish it out. Yeah, like I said, I know that one for me was like, hearing about it, seeing it, it seemed like it was building up to something. The first episode, like I said, I think I gave it a pretty decent, good rating. But that second episode was just like, oh man, this feels like it dropped a lot.
It kind of dropped a little bit for you. There are some other like highlights of shows. I would say that there was those Halloween episodes, Uzumaki.
Yeah, awesome.
Once again, that's another one of those that's kind of like the whole artistic, creative choices, some like weirdness that's going on. It is, kind of sadistic in its, delivery, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I loved that. I mean, it's beautifully animated, and it's coming from somebody who has a very strange
sense of horror.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
right?
because like I said, the creator, he is a horror artist and manga and stuff, and that was one that had been a long wait. Because like I said, if you went back, you can go back and listen to our episode about it. We talked about all the pushbacks that it gotten during animation, how long it kept getting pushed back, and then finally, we getting the release. Turning out it was only I think it was like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
It was a really short run, and I know a lot of people were. It kind of got downgraded for them because of that, since it was a short series. But being able to look all past that and actually see what they were able to do, I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell they put a lot of work into it. Everything is drawn, everything is illustrated, and when I say that is, you can see like, and I get it because they're like having to make these episodes per week, or however long they take, and they have to, they'll put a still frame, and all they're doing is drawing the mouth flap. Yeah. Or they'll just do a scenery and it's just the back of somebody and they're doing overdubbing. And so, like, that's fine. It's all creative choices for them to help cut the corners and stuff. Uzumaki doesn't feel like they cut the corners and that stuff. They're like, they draw every bit of it. Like, every frame there's something moving. There are characters that are, like, moving in the background, or, there's some strange kind of, like, ethereal thing in the sky that's, like, being drawn. I mean, just, like, everything is kind of being paid attention to, and you can feel that. Yeah, I love that. Loved it. I got one more. Do you have? I don't want to Bogart on this, but where in your mind does Perfect Blue land?
Oh, man,
I gotta, because we kind of chatted about it. I think we did the podcast.
Yeah.
And you could kind of hear it in our voice, but I remember us kind of like getting off the recording, and then you and I just kind of like
kept talking
about it.
Because there was only so much we tried to tiptoe around certain stuff because of what it dealt with. As a movie, dude, it is so good. Like I said, I do love when we get into it. That whole part of where she, along with us as a viewer, have no idea what's going on right now and what it's real and what isn't.
Yeah, she's as lost. We are as lost as she is in the show. Like, the movie does this really thing of kind of like pulling you in. Like, I found myself kind of like falling into the movie, and I'm going like, what is happening? Who, like, where and what is reality? I love the way it was drawn, how like warm it was. It's old school. Yeah. Like, what was that? Like the 80s?
It was like 90s.
Early 90s. I think it was probably early 90s.
I think I have it in here.
So I have it written down. I have some great notes on it, but like go back and listen to our Perfect Blue. I don't know if I can recommend it to people. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if I can go, oh, dude, you got to watch this movie.
Yeah, it is one, like I said, when it comes to recommendation, it is either somebody who likes thrillers, horrors.
It did make me feel a certain way in my stomach, in that it was a little uneasy.
Yeah, because it has a lot.
It deals with some stuff.
Uneasy parts.
Yeah, some uneasy parts.
But
that one sticks out of my mind in the year, though.
Yeah, because I recently talked about this a little while ago. With I call her my sister. She's part of the adoptive family I have. Crystal, because we had who's Scott Lepp's wife, who's my bro's wife. We were talking about it because he had mentioned it to me about when we did the Perfect Blue. He's like, oh yeah, like I told Crystal you did that. You did Perfect Blue, and we started talking about it. She was like, yeah, she had to watch it with her sister, and she was like, it was just so like they didn't know what they were watching either. Like,
I didn't know I was getting into.
Like, when she was saying like, yeah, when it finally got into what all that stuff was about, we were just like, what?
Yeah, it is mind blowing. Yeah. It is it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, but it is up there, like, for me.
Yeah, I respect it as like a movie. Like, it is,
like, as a movie and the topics that it deals with, it's up there.
Yeah, I would say
like they did it really well.
It's it reminds me of a Darren Aronofsky film. He deals with some like really creepy, weird, dark, pseudo-realism, just surrealism in the perfect way. And so that's what I kind of feel a Darren Aronofsky kind of darkness to kind it. Yeah, which kind of did help me put it on I have it. I hold it in high regard.
Yeah. All right. So, do you remember your top 10 at all? Do you have it written down anywhere?
I have.
If not, I have it.
Okay. You know what?
I have the right one this time.
There's another one.
There's
All
another
right,
one.
let's blow through it. I think I've got it.
All right.
Just blow through my original top 10.
All right,
and
so
I'll amend
I
it.
have your top 10 as number 10 Shin-Chan,
Uh-huh.
number 9 All Taxi, 8 Ghost Stories, 7 Komi, 6 Shangri-La, 5 Fire Force, 4 Zom 100, 3 Kaiji number 8, 2 Demon Slayer, and then Solo Leveling at number 1.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I have.
That's okay.
So should I amend it now?
Yeah.
You ready to,
Yeah.
to switch it all up?
Let's see what you got.
Uh,
What's dropping? What's being added? What's getting taken off?
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. I think honestly, I only move
One thing. 2 things.
probably one thing. Yeah. Yeah. All right, ready for this?
Yeah.
Let me get back to my list. And this is going to be easy. okay?
Easy.
Dang it. Where'd my list go? Future Joe Angel, fix this, Joe Angel.
Fix it. Put my notes in my hand.
make decisions for me. Okay, so it's gonna be real simple for you.
Yeah.
So you don't even need my notes. What happened? I just had it. I was highlighting things. I was writing things down. I definitely need to bookmark this thing. How many have we done, bro?
Right. The book's
Okay,
almost done. There it is.
Here we go. Ready? Crayon Shin-Chan. Out. My new number 10 is... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and move this. I'm moving it. Ready?
Ready. Here we go.
Number 10 will be...
Number 10.
Ghost Stories.
Ghost Stories.
Number 10 is Ghost Stories. All right. Number 9
Number 9.
is Komi Can't Communicate.
Komi.
Yeah, that's moved a little bit for
Yeah.
me. That's okay. It's still in there.
Still in
Still
there.
top 10, baby.
Still reading the manga.
Yeah,
Still going.
Still reading.
I know the end's coming, but it's still going.
Oh gosh, I hope I'm on the mic here. Number 8, I will move Shangri-La Frontier. This is all moving around.
Shangri-La.
That's okay because I went back
Okay.
and finished some stuff.
Number 7.
Number 7 is going to be Fire Force.
Fire Force.
I moved that one
Alright.
down. I finished some of that, and there was some drop off for me.
Something.
I don't know how you felt about it, but
Number 6.
number 6, I will go. Ooh.
Here we go.
This has gotten interesting because now it's starting to get hard. Where I'm like, okay, but there's some, because I don't want to.
Oh, this is gonna be easy.
All right. Number 6 is Odd Taxi.
All Taxi. Okay. Whoa, that moved up.
Yeah, it moved up a lot especially because I finished it.
Yeah, because
So that it kind of goes up. Then number 5, I have Zom 100.
So I'm still going. Still
Still going
reading on that
strong.
one.
And I loved it. Still love it. Number 4
4.
will be. I'm gonna go ahead and put. I'll go ahead and put Kaiju. Number 4. That means number 3 will be.
Here it is. Top 3.
Top 3. These are hard.
Who do you love?
I will go ahead and put number 3, Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling.
Only because I have to put number 2, Demon Slayer.
Demons. You want to keep that? Okay, that's.
I got to
staying
keep
number
Demon Slayer high because it's such a good it has more. You know,
Yeah.
Solo Leveling is great, but we only have one season of it.
Yeah.
There's more material in
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer continues to show that it's like legit good.
Yeah.
Number one, I've moved it to Dandadan.
Oh, yeah.
Like number one kind of bumps everything down
Oh,
and moves
yeah.
everything around. It's too.
For it being so new, it has taken the reins.
It really has,
crazy.
and it's not just like me and my simplicity. It's like I feel like if anybody watched this show, they're doing it.
Dude, doing it, and it does it right too.
Okay, so should I?
Oh, right.
Do I have you? I have your list. Let me
Okay.
read this list out real quick
Let's
for you.
see.
Number 10, Odd Taxi.
Uh-huh.
Devil is a part timer. Number 9.
Uh-huh.
Nisekoi. Number 8.
Uh-huh.
7, Demon Slayer.
Yes.
6, DBZ A.
Yes.
5, Zom 100.
Yes.
4, Komi.
Yes.
3, FLCL.
Yes.
2, Bleach.
Yes.
1, Kaiju number 8.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So here is my new and improved 10. And like I said, this is all based off
What we've watched.
What we watched based
Together.
off my together with the stuff that I've seen personally and have been involved in with the mangas that I've read of the stuff. And so my new number 10, Devil is a Part-Timer.
Okay.
He's still
Yep.
up there.
Fun.
Still love that.
It's moved down though.
It's moved down.
Okay.
Number 9, My Love Story.
That was, dude, I forgot about how funny that show was.
That show, I love that one.
That show was
so much.
hilarious.
Number 8, Vandred, because like I said, that was the one that I had like try to remember forever, the longest time, what it was, and then finally found it. Go back and watch that episode of our podcast. You'll hear that story.
I do want to get back to it. It
Yeah.
does. It is pretty good.
Yeah,
So
like I said, that was number 8. Number 7, Nisekoi. Nisekoi is still up there,
yep, of course.
of course. Number 6, Demon Slayer. I still have them up there because, like I said, it's so good animation wise, so good.
So great. They're making
Storyline's so
movies.
crazy. The movie's gonna be awesome. Number 5, Komi, of course. Like I said, I'm still reading Komi. It's in its final day still. Chapter's still coming out, but I still love it. I love where it is in the manga right now. It's so good. Like,
Okay.
I'm so excited. Number 4, FLCL. Like I said, classic. One that's been in my days forever. All right, top 3.
Top 3.
Controversial.
So, like, back to your. This top 10 is not just what we've watched, or is it
It's everything that
you and
I've
I?
only added what we watched
Okay.
and adjusted it to kind of reference what my top 10 is with all the stuff I've seen.
Okay, everything then. So,
So-
some of the other stuff that you
yeah.
outside of
So
this.
all the stuff that we watched, I made adjustments to that list to kind of reflect what I actually have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
so
top 3.
Top 3. Like I said, controversial. Number 3. I love it. I love it so much.
but
Reading it. Number 3, Tantaran.
wow.
Like I said.
Okay.
So like that. I still like dude, the manga is awesome. I
Yeah.
love it so much. I love where the story is.
But you can't put it above the next 2.
I can't put it above
Because-
the next 2 are kind of near and dear to me.
Yeah.
Because number 2 is still my boy Ichigo.
You got to.
Got to,
I
especially
mean,
with the 1,000-Year Blood
Bro,
War
I
arc
mean,
right now.
you've known Ichigo longer than you've known Okurun. You know,
I
like
know.
you've known
Dude,
him longer.
Know them longer. He's been there.
Yeah.
You know,
He's like a
been around the
brother.
block. He's like Krillin, man. He's there.
Always to be there.
And still at number 1, Kaichu.
Number 1. Yep.
Yep. My boy Kafka. He's
Wow.
doing it. Same age.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Uh-huh.
So I
There's
think that's why
kindred spirits a little bit. Yeah.
That's why I related so much to that one. And the same, and kind of like to, even though it's not on this list, I will do the special mention. Osan Newbie Adventurer. We just watched that. Like I said, that one's a new one. First season's out on Crunchyroll. Go watch it. But it's kind of like in that same age group of, you know, seeing somebody just because of where you're at in your age doesn't mean you have to give up on your dreams.
Yeah.
And so, which is pretty inspiring, which is kind of like why I like that.
I do. Yeah. And that's one of the things that really hooks you
Yeah.
and hooked me on it is that there's so much. Well, most of these animes are this way. They display a lot of heart
Yeah.
in this show and in a lot of the shows. And there was another one that we watched where I think it was Osan.
Also, yeah.
He's also starting a little later too.
Yeah.
It's like, don't give up on your dreams. You know, you can continue.
Even though there's an old man telling you to give up right to your face.
You can't do it. Whatever you're trying to do, don't do it.
Don't listen to that doctor. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You know, like
Keep drinking those Dr. Pepper.
you start to see it, and you know, you had told me before because there's like, oh, there's inspiration, and there are people like that are there are characters in these animes where they're doing things, and their determination will also like, you know, inspire you to have a certain amount of determination in yourself and belief in yourself, and Kaiju number 8 it exudes that, you know, through every episode.
Because that is really his, like, Osan, he's like, I'm doing this, I'm gonna train because I want to. There's like, yeah, he's doing his dream, but with Kaiju, it's more or less it is his, like, this is his last shot at his dream. Because he's at that cutoff age to where if he doesn't make it, then that's it. It's lost forever. So I think that's why I have it higher, because this is his last dance, his last kind of like his final push. It's his Gohan giving the final push on that Kamehameha again. So you know, and so that's why he's still at number 1.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for me? I got a question for you.
What's yours first?
Okay, I'll go ahead and give it to you real quick. We had a month not too long ago called Saltember.
Right?
We watched 4.
Was it before or after Toyota?
It was after Toyota. Yeah. Before, I can't remember. There's another one too.
Was it What's Up Food? No.
What's Up Food was after.
It was after.
Yeah, because that's November. Yeah. We watched Ninja Kamui, The God of High School, the Rick and Morty anime, and Samurai Pizza Cats. Of the 4 of those, which one was the best? Which one was the worst?
Oh man!
Put them in order as fast as you can. Don't even think about it.
So
Ninja Kamui, God of High School, Rick and Morty anime, Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats, Ninja Kamui, Rick and Morty, God of High School.
Okay, that order. From
top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Okay, that's all I want to know.
Yeah,
just go out there, watch, listen, and watch those those episodes that we watch. Moving on.
All right. And so, have you seen anything like? I know you Solo Leveling and something else that you are excited to see come up. Is there anything else that you're excited that's coming?
Something out? Like
like, have you seen anything? Have you kept up with any other news about stuff coming out that you're excited for?
You know, not really, but a little bit. So I was talking to somebody else, and you know, I get lots of recommendations, and I'm always kind of like hesitant to go ahead and just jump on them, because I'm like, you know, maybe we should save these for us. But I've seen some recommendations, I've seen some stuff, and now that my algorithm's all ruined, it's all ruined, and I'm like, oh, I kind of, because I've seen there are other guys who do reviews on stuff, and they're like, you should watch this. If you like this show, watch this show. Yeah. Have you seen or watched or read anything about, is it Dead Man Wonderland? Is that, am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
Dead Man Wonderland.
Did I start? I felt like I started reading it.
I believe that's what it's called. But somebody else had, Dead Man Wonderland. Somebody else had kind of recommended that show, and they were like, "Oh, you gotta watch this show." Yeah. And I was like, "Well, maybe we might save that for the show." Yeah. So I hadn't seen that. Somebody also recommended Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo. Yeah, that was a.
Is that a?
Yeah.
I think they said it was one of those. It was on Cartoon Network. It was on
Toonami.
It was a Toonami, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, Sal, giving your background and your sensibilities, that'd be right up my alley.
Right up your alley.
So those two, I'm kind of like, do I save them? Have you seen them? Because maybe I've
seen part of Shampoo. I think I've read I think I started reading Dead Man.
Okay,
if I remember that.
Dead Man
correctly.
Wonderland.
Yeah.
I also have heard. So I've got these are recommendations
Yeah.
that I've gotten that I'm like, okay, I'll bring them to Joe Angel. You let me know.
He'll
I
be
haven't seen
them.
them. Maybe I watch them and share them with you, or you watch them and share them with me. Mob Psycho 100. Is that what it is? Or Mob Psycho?
Mob Psycho 100. Yeah,
Have
think
you
that's
watched
the
or?
one? I think that's the one that Creepy Nuts has the song on. Too.
Okay.
So I think he Creepy Nuts is the guy that does the intro for Dantadan. If I'm thinking if it's that one, he does the intro for Mob Psycho, which is another banger.
Shout out to my boys Danny and Reggie. They're listeners.
Shout out.
These guys give me the recommendations. They're longtime anime watchers and lovers, and they're always kind of like, let's watch some anime, and I'm always kind of like, don't ruin the show by giving me something that I should be watching with this. But I'm like, nah, whatever. They might be, but these are some recommendations that have come from them. Those are the only two things really. That and like there are some movies that are coming out for Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling. And I'm about that. Spoilers. We are pre-recording this. All right. Dang it, dude. All right. Let the cat out the bag. Okay.
It ain't 2025. What are you talking about? 2026. We're a year in the future.
They got that quantum computer.
We got it.
Wait, this is quantum computing, baby. We're in the future.
There is one that's coming out that I started reading called Kagurabachi.
Mm-hmm.
I started reading it. Because it just got greenlit to get an anime, and it was up between 4 studios. I think I know Mappa was contender. I think Unfoldable was contender, but I think it's gonna be Cyber Productions, Cyberstark, if I recall that correctly. But and I remember seeing it, reading an article about it. And I think the reason they gave it to that studio, if this source is to be trusted on the internet, this website, is that they didn't want to give it to another studio that already had a huge lineup, like Mappa and Affordable. They already got some big names, and so they're giving it to this other studio, which, but more or less, I know that has been given some of the. It's been like talked about a lot as far as the manga goes, and once it got sourced out that it was getting animated, a lot of people were jumping on like, oh, I can't wait. And from what I've read so far, it's really good. I like it.
Okay.
Which is also on Shonen Jump app, guys.
Oh,
you get that Shonen Jump app, you could read all these mangas. You'll be in the loop. You'll be excited when you figure out stuff's getting animated. They have some one-shots in there, obviously. One-shots are just going to be short and simple, but they're really good stories. I've read a couple one-shots in my lifetime that I love. I really would like to see animated, but who knows? But like I said.
Are there some coming up that you're excited to share with me? Can you give us one name? I won't jump on it now, but can you give me something that you think, oh, I'm gonna have to share this with Sal sometime in the next year,
and the next
or this year in this year 2025. You don't have to give it all away, but go ahead. Give it away
because I think it's funny. Work buddies.
Okay, that's all. I won't look it up. I promise.
Because I think it's hilarious.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man, guys. Well, we have done it, guys. We have made it into the new year, guys. A whole year of anime, guys. Down the drain. And it has been an awesome year for anime because we got some bangers that came out. Even if they're at the last minute, they're still amazing.
I think America is prime. We are like
good to go on that.
We're leveling up, dude. Honestly, like you saw it like at the Olympics. You saw it like you continue to hear it and see it from like athletes who love to watch anime. I've seen like a couple like
can see the
football
poses that they
celebrations,
do,
poses and stuff like that. Like it's becoming more. I mean, it's always been a thing, but I think it's becoming a little bit more mainstream and
So
starting
I'm trying
to
to think. I
like,
think
adopt all that kind of stuff.
Goku and I think Luffy had their balloons at the Macy's Day Parade.
There was that's what I'm saying. It's like it's continuing to like grow in popularity, even though it's always been popular. But I think it's like growing into like
they're coming in the movie theaters too.
Yeah, they're in the theaters. I mean, like we were all the simulcast stuff. I feel like there's been more simulcast shows
than ever.
Like I think it just continues to like as anime continues to grow in regularity and popularity in America and has it embraced. I feel like it's gonna be a good year.
It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a great year, guys. And it's going to be a great year to share it with you because we are going to keep bringing you animes. We're going to keep bringing you movies. We keep bringing you all the good stuff that's coming out this year. And like we said, if there's something you're excited about that's coming out this year, drop it in those comments. Let us know. Give us those recommendations so we can add it to our list so we can enjoy it with you guys. Because like as we said, this podcast is about friends sharing anime and to enjoy it together and to love it together, guys. And that's why we're here for you. So as always, keep being nice, keep being kind. Remember to follow us on Instagram. I'm going to throw it out there. TikTok's still around. I don't think it's going anywhere.
We will, of course. We'll put it on Vine. We're on Vine.
We're
if
on
Vine comes back, we'll be on there.
Yeah, Vine 2. The sequel. Follow us there. Go to our website, anime-me.com, where you can find the clips of all. You can find the list of all our episodes. You can find the links to all the socials and podcast platforms. You can buy our merch that we got down there, guys. Look at this. You want to see it being cool? Not that one or this one.
Not that one, but you'll see the one.
But you'll see the one that's there, guys. It's there, and we are here for you. And with that, I've been Joy with the co-host out, and we'll see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。